understand what's so special about Schitt's Creek, we have to put on our uber nerd hats and briefly discuss a moment that happens in every story, whether it's film or television. And this is called the inciting incident.
Hey, I, for one, cannot wait to dig in.
So the inciting incident happens in the first act of any story, and it usually happens after we meet our characters and we set up their stage of life. Then a new thing happens that will ultimately put them onto a new adventure. This new thing is the inciting incident. In movies, this usually happens right around the 12 to 15 minute mark, and if you want to know how exact that is, here's a perfect example.
You two characters are going to Top Gun.
Right there at 15. TV's a little shorter, so you gotta get to the inciting incident a little faster. You'll usually see it between minute 5 and 10. Here's a great example from The Good Place in an episode called Existential Crisis. In this episode, Chidi and Eleanor need to teach Michael ethics and morality, but he's having a hard time because he's immortal.
Michael.
Yeah.
Is there any way that you can die?
Yeah. Actually, there is. It's called retirement.
Imagine being retired. Everyone else is here, but you, poof, gone.
Huh. So, you're saying I would be... No. Me?
The scene starts 4 minutes in and ends around 5:30, and we're off to the adventure of the episode. Classic inciting incident.
Okay, now we're getting somewhere.
But Schitt's Creek doesn't do this, and this is what, in my opinion, takes this show to the next level. Schitt's Creek usually starts the inciting incident at second 1 of the episode. Here's a great example from an episode called Baby Sprinkle. So in this scene, pregnant Jocelyn visits David in an attempt to get him to throw her baby sprinkle.
Is everything okay?
It's been a hectic morning, David, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's a long night. Then followed by the news that my sister can't drive into town to host my baby shower.
And by the end of the scene, David agrees and we're off to the races. 2 minutes in.
Well, I'm sure I could help you out.
Here's another episode called R.I.P. Moira Rose.
Flowers?
Johnny enters with some flowers that were sent to the motel because...
Oh, thank God. The internet says you're dead.
What?
And boom, the adventure begins, 30 seconds into the show. Now, what's the benefit of this and why don't more shows do it? The benefit is that we get to the adventure faster. The adventure is where the plot happens, the twists and the turns and the character growth, all the good stuff. I would imagine if you were telling someone your favorite parts of an episode, you'd rarely be drawing for the first 5 minutes. You're almost always going to recall some part of the adventure. So why not spend more time there?
No. No, it's too much.
And why don't more shows do it? I think it's 2 things. 1, habit. I think this is the way TV's been done for years, and that's the way people think things have to be done. But 2, I think storytellers and studios don't trust their audience enough, so they spend unnecessary time on setup. They feel like they have to remind you why you're watching the show and catch you up on what happened last episode. Watch episode 2 of almost any show, and you'll notice a quick exposition dump at the top. It's usually hilariously bad, unless you're Rob Lowe, in which case it's hilarious.
Such a strong pilot, Uncle Dean.
Right? But I want to show you the second episode.
You know what, Dean? It's almost 10. I think we should wrap this up. Ethan's got to get to bed.
Dad, this is a big episode. They have to reset the whole premise.
That's a hard thing to do.
In a graceful way, very difficult.